It looks completely harmless, but it's one of the most powerful tools science has ever known.
The genie is out of the bottle.
In laboratories the world over, scientists are splicing and dicing the very building blocks of life. Our DNA.
This is the time to talk about it.
For the first time in history, we can transform every species on the planet. For better,
we can get rid of malaria and tick-borne disease and all sorts of other incredible health problems.
Or for worse.
What are we really doing? We're meddling about with nature's blueprint.
Are we ready to start stepping across a line?
From bulked up beagles.
There will be super leagues with super athletes.
To designer babies.
You can write the ad copy. Choose hair color, skin color, eye color. It's all natural. It's DNA.
The possibilities are endless.
But whose voice is dictating what should be the design?
Genetic engineering could save countless lives. But how do we contain it?
There's a whole world out there. You don't know what they're doing.
Some boxes should be left closed.
It's happening.
In Dallas, Texas, a groundbreaking experiment is underway that could save millions of lives. It all starts with one volunteer named Ben Dupree.
I have Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's caused by a mutation or a problem in the dystrophin gene.
Dupree has donated a few of his cells to Eric Olson, who is trying to fix the tiny DNA error inside them.
Every cell in the human body has 6 billion letters of the DNA code. That's the number of letters in all the words in 1,000 Bibles. And think about one misspelled word in a stack of 1,000 Bibles due to one wrong letter. That one letter error can put a boy in a wheelchair.
My disease causes muscle weakness, along with breathing and eventually cardiac problems.
The disease has been eating away at Dupree's muscles since birth. As a young boy, he had trouble walking. At 14, he was in a wheelchair.
All right, go on in here, hon. Let's get you situated.
Typically, death ensues in the mid-20s.
Ben Dupree is now 23. His heart muscles are under siege. Without a cure, they'll stop beating.
This is one of the toughest diseases of mankind. It has defied everything that's been thrown at it.
One new technology could change that. It's called CRISPR.
CRISPR is like a spell checker for DNA. It has a 2-component system. One component is like molecular scissors that can cut the DNA. The other component is like a GPS device for DNA. You can program the GPS device to deliver the scissors anywhere in the 6 billion letters of DNA. And as soon as the GPS device brings the scissors there, it will cut the DNA.
Can CRISPR cut out the single letter error in Ben Dupree's cells?
Hey, Ben!
He's about to find out.
You could call Ben Dupree patient 0.
Let me show you these cells, Ben. Those are Ben's heart muscle cells beating in a dish. And we have been able to correct your mutation in those cells using CRISPR.
It's kind of at a loss for words.
When you sit face-to-face with a patient like Ben, and you can show that patient that these cells are now producing the protein that his body has never been able to make. Your work is touching humanity.
It's amazing to see these cells are basically cured.
It's surreal. It's so exciting.
Doesn't seem like it's too far off to start trying this on people.
I hope it's not too far off.
Yeah.
We're moving as quickly as we can.
It's kind of weird to think that the cells might live longer than I do.
There are 7,000 diseases where we know the precise misspelling in the DNA. CRISPR provides an opportunity here we haven't had before So we're all in a hurry now because we want to see that happen.
The potential is enormous, and it goes far beyond curing disease. CRISPR and other gene editing technologies could literally reshape our world.
Josiah Zahner thinks everyone should be able to change their DNA.
For us, the frogs are a way to teach people actual genetic engineering and gene therapy without harming an organism. The step right before people doing genetic modification on humans if they wanted to.
Josiah is a very controversial figure. He's got a scientific background with a PhD in biophysics, and he spent 2 years as a research fellow at NASA. But he left to start a company called the Odin. He sells kits to help anyone modify organisms for as cheap as $30. That's because he wants genetic engineering to be decentralized, in the hands and homes of everyone.
I think everybody's worried about the risks of genetic engineering and how it's going to hurt people. And nobody's worried about the risks of what's going to happen if we don't allow people to do genetic engineering. Because the problem isn't going to be like, oh man, that person has way too many enhancements or doesn't. The problem is going to be, is it an equal playing field? Does everybody have access to this technology?
It's a provocative idea. It's also dangerous. And it's becoming possible because of CRISPR, a gene editing technology that can find and cut a sequence of DNA in a cell and replace it with another. It can achieve in days what used to take months, with precision and at a fraction of the cost.
If it wasn't for CRISPR, I don't think my company would be possible.
A few years ago, George Church, a pioneer of CRISPR, signed on as an advisor to the Odin. But even he's acknowledged the risks inherent in DIY genetic engineering. Leading researchers say the technology is still too new to use on humans without potentially harmful consequences, and that the way Josiah promotes it is reckless.
This is Josiah Zahner, coming straight to you from my garage lab, and I want to talk to you about how to genetically engineer a human being.
Josiah is famous in the world of biohackers, people who experiment on their own bodies and other organisms outside of traditional labs and institutions. He's gotten a lot of media attention for his very public DIY stunts, like when he injected himself with CRISPR while giving a talk at a synthetic biology conference.
This will modify my muscle genes to give me bigger muscles. Did that just quiet everybody? Sorry.
The month after Josiah's injection, the FDA issued a warning that, for safety reasons, it's illegal to sell gene therapy products for use on humans. Earlier that year, German authorities restricted imports of the Odin's CRISPR kit, reporting that it was contaminated with disease-causing bacteria. Despite the warnings, the Odin has sold tens of thousands of CRISPR experiments.
Don't tell anybody. These party lights are actually really special. We use them for DNA visualization or fluorescence visualization, 50-cent lights. And they work just as well.
You can't make an effective human gene therapy from just what's in these kits. You'd need more skills and supplies. If someone decided to inject themselves with what they can produce from the kit, they risk a potentially deadly reaction.
So if you don't purify it properly, you're just basically injecting yourself with something that can cause an immune reaction. The majority of people probably won't kill them, but that's just the majority of people.
The Odin started selling kits in 2016. Last year, Josiah says, they made over $500,000. He insists that by making gene editing available to as many people as possible, he's also helping to advance the science.
What are we all so afraid of? And I think that question kind of comes down to we're afraid to change what it means to be human. Like the clear-cut definition of a human being is male, female, they have kids and procreate. And once you start straying outside those lines, people get more and more uncomfortable. And I think genetic engineering is still at that place where everybody thinks it's going to cause the zombie apocalypse. Sometimes I still am afraid, but it's not a fear of something bad happening necessarily. It's more of a fear that you can't control it.
Josiah's public CRISPR injection doesn't seem to have done much to him. He doesn't regret doing it, but says he was surprised by the reaction he got in the months that followed.
Alright, so I'm going to try to shoot to do half of it on one side of my stomach and then the other half on the other side.
After I injected myself with CRISPR, the next biohacker to inject themselves was like a month later. I thought it would be years.
And he admits his stunt might encourage people to do something dangerous, but is still wrestling with his own responsibility.
People are like, oh, I want to inject myself with all this stuff, even though I have no idea what I'm doing or what I'm injecting myself with. And I don't know, maybe that's good or bad, but like you never want people to get hurt, or you never want like your actions to have a negative impact on people.